Hello all, how is the audio? I wouldn't mind some feedback because we have a new mic here. So before we get going, and I'm struggling because I did want to let Stone Vet finish. So has anyone got any comments on the audio at the moment? Hopefully the mic is better than it's been. We've got a new mic here. I was my stream title. Okay, little reverb. Let's okay, try that. That should hopefully cut it out. Okay, I was gonna do, and I am gonna do, civic duty, facing a new charge, but Stone Vet was live, talking about fraud at Wrangler. I don't know. I was hoping he was going to finish at 7, then 7:15, then 7:30. So I think to start with, just going to give you a little bit of Stone Vet as he's happening. Probably 5 minutes just to recommend his channel, and then I'll come back and I'll do the civic duty bit. So if you don't mind, I'm going to do that because the more people who view what Stone Vet is doing, I think the better. Calling out a fraud, basically. So let's see what Stone Vet is doing, and I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Thing that you're at 245 and you didn't know it. Oh my god, 245. Fuck. I gotta go.
And here's
I want to do a little bit more of this. I'm gonna finish this because there's more that goes on, and I want to give time to what he because he's giving away his strategy, and so the way he talks about the way he threatens Georgia transparency, and I want to go over that. But I do recommend this is only it's only 2 hours. It's a 2 hour stream. It's not short, but it's worth listening to because first of all, the information he gives is his 1+1=purple information. So it's fucking hilarious. But the lack of self awareness of when he literally rants about an auditor throwing up a video and then having that person's face be the content creator's face be the main focus and not, instead of the video, on how that's narcissistic as he's showing himself this big. and then and then and then immediately segues into playing a video of himself watching an auditor. He's live streaming himself watching a video of it. Fucking nuts.
the truly Jack.
But I want to give the proper focus and attention to what he's doing with he's saying about the threats he's making against Georgia transparency. Which George, listen, I don't whatever. Fuck this guy. He's scared shitless. All your shit is out there. All your shit is out there. Like his what Wrangler has been fucking his big thing is that he claims he has information that GT wasn't a PI but a security guard or something. Like okay. Again, if you don't like him or if you don't like what auditors are doing, sure that would that chip away at his credibility if he said he's a PI when he was a security guard? Sure, whatever. I'm not saying don't take in that information, but he's chipping away at little shit like that. We're saying he's lying about his military experiences. He's lying about 3 years in Afghanistan. He's lying about being a ranger. And buddy, I got a screenshot of you calling yourself a ranger. He's lying about being airborne. My take is he's lying about ever fucking graduating basic training. I don't think he was an MP at all. I don't think he was anything. I think ATARS is right. I think he got medically discharged twice from basic training without completing it. I think that's the reality. And he knows in his little tiny man heart, who robs old women, who breaks into people's homes and forever alters their fear of fucking being safe at night. This dude breaks into people's homes, right? And I don't think he's ever fucking graduated basic training. He couldn't. He knows he couldn't fucking live up to what his grandfather and his dad did. He knows he couldn't live up to him. You're a disappointment to that. And it sounds like, according to you, that your mom and dad beat the shit out of you. You specifically said, if I got out of line in any kind of way, I got my ass kicked. That's abuse.
Okay.
That's abuse.
We'll stop the stone vet. I can highly recommend his channel. He is going through. I assume my audio's all right. Yeah, he is going through line by line Fraud It Wrangler in detail. He is. Other vets are doing it. I know some people don't like drama, but I don't like a fraud, and that's why I'm going to cover this, because fraud should be outed. He's robbing people of money, basically. Anyhow, let's get on to civic duty, and hopefully I've got this all lined up. I did it some time ago, so I can't remember what I'm doing, to be perfectly honest. There we go. Right. So what I've done is I've get the right scene up. There we go. He did a live stream last night and he read through the probable cause for his case. So I thought we'd just listen to the probable cause for this new case for him. I was hoping to have some video, but he's made his video private. And I wonder why he's made his video private. Well, I say I wonder why. I can probably work out why he's made the video private, because it's probably damning against him. But let's just listen to what he has to say about the probable cause for his new charge. Joshua Kimbrell.
Oh, stick with me. I'm not a great reader, but Kelly Smithson affirms that he has probable cause to believe that Joshua J. Kimbrell has committed the criminal offense of criminal trespassing, a Class A misdemeanor, and said probable cause consists of the following facts. To wit, the undersigned is employed as an investigator with the Randolph County Prosecutor Office. On August 29, 2023, the prosecutor's office received a police report from Deputy Jordan Alfrey, which contained the following facts. According to the police report, on August 26, Deputy Alfrey was dispatched to the home of Troy and Cheryl Prescott, located at in Randolph County, Indiana. Upon his arrival, he made contact with Troy Prescott.
I obviously edited out the address. I didn't think it was right to broadcast that address on my channel.
And J.D. Prescott, son of Troy and Cheryl Prescott. They informed Alfrey that they were hosting a political fundraiser and that Josh Kimbrell had arrived and that they did not want him on their property. Alfrey reports that Mr. Kimbrell then approached him. Alfrey told Mr. Kimbrell that this was private property and that he needed to leave since he was asked to leave. Mr. Kimbrell told Alfrey that this event was similar to another recent political event that took place at the Farm Bureau building in Winchester, and that this was a public event. Kimbrell showed Alfrey a screenshot on his phone in which the public had been invited to attend the fundraiser currently going on at the Prescotts. Alfrey's report that he agreed with Mr. Kimbrell that he was invited to come, but that once he was asked to leave, he needed to leave since it was private property. Mr. Kimbrell again directed that deputy's attention to the political event that took place at the Farm Bureau. Mr. Kimbrell pointed out he was allowed to remain and not allowed to be removed. Mr. Kimbrell continued reporting that both the sheriff and deputy chief of Winchester Police Department had been consulted in the political event at the Farm Bureau building and had not ordered him to be removed. Deputy Alfrey again advised Mr. Kimbrell that believed that this didn't matter since the event was on private property and that once he is asked to leave, he needed to leave. The Randolph County Sheriff spoke to Deputy Mullins and then called Alfrey. The sheriff told Deputy Alfrey that he had spoken to a couple of individuals about the situation and advised that under the current situation, Mr. Kimbrell needed to leave. Deputy Alfrey then made contact with Kimbrell and brought J.D. Prescott over and asked Prescott to confirm that he wanted Kimbrell to leave.
Okay, I think his first issue is that he doesn't think that you could be trespassed from this event. I think he's probably wrong there because, as we know, you can be trespassed from many things if the person who owns the thing doesn't want you there. So I think the fact that it was a public event, a fundraising event for a politician, and yes, he got an invite, so it was okay to go on, but when he was asked to leave, he should leave. Right, let's get back to the probable cause.
Prescott said he did want Kimbrell to leave and that he asked him to leave and he had not done so. Alfred reports that he told Kimbrell that he needed to leave or he would be charged with trespass. As Mr. Kimbrell complied and started walking towards his vehicle. Deputy Alfrey also reported that he obtained a statement from Troy Prescott in which Troy Prescott, said he approached Mr. Kimbrell and asked him to leave the premises, but he refused to leave until the sheriff's deputies told him to leave. The Defiant has also reviewed a YouTube video believed to have been recorded by Mr. Kimbrell. The video was recorded while Mr. Kimbrell is on the Prescott property. Mr. Kimbrell is asked by Cheryl and Troy Prescott separately at different times to leave, and he does not leave. He does eventually leave after the deputy sheriffs are called and arrived at the scene. This Defiant is aware that this event was open to the public and was not an event that required the purchase of a ticket or administration or admission fee. It is on private property, hosted by the property owner. This submits that anyone who chooses to attend the event like this by invitation and is a guest, there is no contractual right to attend or be present, and infers to no contractual interest in anyone who attends. As such, the property owner is within his rights to ask a guest to leave. This affidavit is filed for the purpose of establishing probable cause for the charges of criminal trespass, a Class A misdemeanor. Kimbrell was not arrested as a result of these events. The state is not asking for a warrant to be issued. The state is requesting that the court issues a summons in connection to the filing of this case. I affirm under the penalties of perjury as specified in 3544-121 that the foregoing representations are true. Kelly Smithson, right there it is. Kelly Smithson. Count 1, criminal trespass, 3542. Before me.
Okay, so that was the probable cause statement. Sounded fair enough to me. He has taken down the video that showed the event. So there probably is some instance in that video where he is asked to leave and he doesn't. And he doesn't think he can get, oh, thanks, guess who? I didn't really want to clash with him, but I pushed back 15 minutes. We did show a bit of him on here. I don't know why. Sometimes there wasn't a picture. I'm going to have to sort that out. But, yeah. So this is Joshua Kimbrell. And let's have a quick look at the case. Okay. So, as you can see, filed on the 6th of September So yesterday, criminal misdemeanour. Defendant Joshua Kimbrell, 35-43-2-2 brackets B brackets 1. Criminal trespass, defendant not having contractual interest in property knowingly. So that knowingly will come in. Audio is a little cave-like. Let me see if I can adjust that down. Is that any better? Or is that worse? Could be the room I'm broadcasting in as well. I'm looking at chat at the moment. You can come back to me on whether that audio is a little better there. I've not got any output here, so I'm not re-broadcasting my voice. Right. Okay. Taking down the volume speaks volumes about a little better. Okay. I probably had the gain turned up too much. Ah, the video's back up. Okay. That being the case, I don't want to just play through a video interrupting it and waste your time with lots of the video. It's still the same on my end. I'll have to have a listen to it afterwards and see what I can do. It might be the room I'm broadcasting in. Okay. Let's go back to the case. We've heard the probable cause affidavit. Probable cause is found. If you remember the judicial officer, Dale Arnett, he's the one that I think kicked him out of the courtroom, had him in contempt. His next hearing is the 20th of September. So apparently his video is back up. Who knows if he's done some edits on it. Edits where he was probably asked to leave. But of course he argued because he said he had an invite. Now, I will start playing the rest of what I cut out of his video, which is, it repeats it repeats quite a bit of the stuff, but it is a different document that he's reading. So I will let that play out and then come back to you.
David M. Daly, prosecuting attorney, 25th Judicial Circuit of Indiana, personally came, Kelly Smithson, who affirms that on or about the 26th day of August 2023 in Randolph County, state of Indiana, Joshua J. Kimbrough, who not having a contractual interest in the real property of Troy and Cheryl Prescott, situated at 40 in Randolph County, Indiana, did knowingly or intentionally refuse said property after having been asked to leave the property by Troy and Cheryl Prescott, all of which is contrary to the form in such case made and provided by IC 354222B2 and against the peace and dignity of the state of Indiana. I affirm under the penalty of perjury, blah, blah, blah. Kelly Smithson, attorney David Daly, signed it back here. Witnesses, Kelly Smithson, Troy Prescott, Cheryl Prescott, J.D. Prescott, Jordan Alfrey, Jamie Mullen.
Okay, that completed the him reading out the documents. I know why that's loading like that. Because I need to change where I am. Just switching my VPN. Okay, back. I thought while we were in Joshua Kimbrell, we'd look at this protection order, which it says decided. I've got to get this right. That is the 6th of September 2023, which again is yesterday. So I think this is a protection order. The reporting judge is special judge on protection order case in another court. So it's the court on its own motion now sets this matter for a status hearing to be held at the Delaware County Justice Centre. Because a judge is involved, they've actually moved this protection order case. Just trying to... I thought there were some documents on this case, but maybe not. I thought there were some documents on that case. But Joshua appears to be FOing. Now, someone else who has FO'd, and just bear with me while I get the correct screen up, is Zane Kane. You may remember Zane Kane from Chile de Castro. Zane Kane, the masseur. Now, there was a article in a paper regarding Zane Kane, and it told us that he'd been arrested, I believe in April, the 4th of April. Unfortunately, the charges haven't stuck, but let me see if I've got that screen up. Hang on, is it that one? Don't know. No, that's a black screen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this. Let me just see. If not, I'll put his mugshot up in my community post so you can see Zane Kane. Some of you will remember Zane Kane, whose real name is, and I'm going to have to think about this, Stephen Kajowski, I think. But he normally wears sunglasses, so his mugshot is particularly interesting because he's obviously squinting like a blind justice. Why can't I show this picture? Let me see. Add a new source. Image. Add source. New source. Add source. Browse. I'm just going to see if I can find this image. It should be here somewhere. There it is. Done. I want to make it bigger so you can see it. Come out studio mode. There we go. Into studio mode. There you go. That is a Zane Kane for you. Squinting at the camera. Okay. Kane's lives I'm getting. Kane lives. Yeah, Kane does live. That was him squinting. His girlfriend, interestingly enough, was arrested at or about the same time. I can't find a mugshot for her, but she's got some heavy charges. So let me just tell you what he was charged with. So it is Kanowski, Kanowsky. So his charges were burglary in the second degree and disorderly conduct fighting. But as I say, they were dropped. His girlfriend, and there's quite a number of these, it's 10 charges. So his girlfriend, who is called, the surname is Nelson, Asiania, I think. She's been charged with aggravated assault, deadly weapon. 2, aggravated assault, deadly weapon. 3, aggravated assault, deadly weapon. 4, disorderly conduct weapon. 5, disorderly conduct weapon. 6, disorderly conduct weapon. 7, assault, touch to injure. 8, child vulnerable adult abuse. 9, child vulnerable adult abuse. And 10, child vulnerable adult abuse. So there's 10 charges for what I believe is his girlfriend. They're both mentioned in the newspaper report. Okay. I think that's it. I'm going to have to listen to this mic at the end of it and see if I can improve it any further. I may be able to. I may not be able to. I don't know. Thanks for joining me. I'd have normally done this as a standalone, but I thought go live. We started the stream with Stone Vet talking about Fraudit Wrangler. I know some of you don't like me talking about drama, but I don't apologise for it. There are wrong-uns on this side of the community and they need to be got rid of. And I don't mean that in the way that can be portrayed as they need to leave YouTube. I'm not asking them to leave YouTube. What I am doing is asking people to think who they are watching, think who they are paying money to in terms of memberships, etc. And maybe use those funds for something else, like enjoying a meal for yourself or paying to a local charity. Because what you don't know is whether that person has multiple felonies, for one, because he didn't let on about his multiple felonies, for quite some time until he built up a base. And then, after building up that base, based on military accomplishments, he has told story after story about his military accomplishments, and there are true veterans who have served in the military who are disbelieving of all the facts that he is giving, and all he has to do is show his DD-214. That's all he has to do, and he doesn't do it. And you've got to wonder why he doesn't do it. It's probably because, like his criminal offences, he is lying. Okay, quick look at the chat. Right, I'm going to go from bottom to top. So, hi, Guess Who? Hi, Dear Maid. Hi, Wada, another pair of my slippers. Robert Kustos. Timo Kusela. Tequila Kid. Josiah Stelbird. Dad Farted. Dick Bad Patrol. Irish Dublin. 4 elevator safety. Let me see. Is there anyone I've missed? Cheeky Monkey. Fergie MVA. Vlad Impaler. Randy Nicole. Redneck Dad 99. Rush On By. Steve Moskin. Yogi B. Tom Peters. Southside Slacker. Nice to see you, Southside. Hope things are going well. Now there's someone who learnt from videotaping and putting things on the internet. Southside Slacker learnt. It's a shame that, well, I say it's a shame. Quite a lot of them have learnt because the oldies don't get arrested now. But Southside was, he was a good guy, willing to learn. Tom Peters, Guido, I think that's it. Who's that at the top there? No, I've done Robert. Okay, Violet Wings, Jesse Lee, Parson 122L Bay, Terry Harper. Why don't you do English fraudsters? 2 reasons. Firstly, I never set out to be a YouTube channel. My hobby was watching American auditors. I don't enjoy watching English auditors. I just don't enjoy them. I know I can, maybe because I can see through them probably better and see that all they are cons. I know the laws, I know they can. It's quite easy for a cop here to arrest a UK auditor if they want to. And most of the time you'll see the cops not arresting them. But they can be arrested under public order, under the Terrorism Act that we have here. And there's nothing they can do about it. Their arrest would be valid, probable cause, much like a Terry stop, really. But I don't. And the other reason is public records for UK auditors is far harder to find. In fact, almost impossible to find. So that doesn't interest me. that's what interests me. I mean, you can probably tell by my channel that I like doing records. I like to, it's discovering who someone is, finding out about their past, and putting out about their stupidity online. Right. I'm looking at my screen, and what I've got on my screen is not what's online, which I don't understand. Because I've got a picture of Zane Kane, but I'm looking on my YouTube screen, and I haven't got a picture of Zane Kane. If I haven't got a picture of Zane Kane, I do apologise. I'll put it in my community post. It's given me the opportunity to chat to you anyway. Thanks for coming in. There's been no legal filings today, as far as I can tell. So are as bad as Americans. Yeah, I mean, the UK auditors, they're looking for, interaction. Started with filming police start to ignore them. So then they do what, like, I'm going to think, Jessica Tyviek. Not Riot Girl Radio, Rebel Girl Radio. They, they choose soft targets where there's going to be confrontation with the public. And she's, someone like her, she ain't got a clue. I did see yesterday that she was saying it almost turned her to heroin, back to heroin. I mean, if that was me, I'd give up the heroin. I'd give up the auditing. Right. That will do for now. Thanks for coming to join me. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.